All right, let's see what happens. This way. Good morning. It's still too dark, isn't it? Sorry, guys. Playing around with some lighting and using a different system. Hopefully that will be enough. I think that will work. Okay, so I'm going to teach a little bit different today. All right, come on now. One day, only had this for a couple years. We should be able to handle this one. Okay, so we're going to use a chair still, and I'm going to use a thicker pad. First of all, my glutes are still sore from my workout a couple days ago, and my knees tweaking. So I thought, why not let's work a little more to get into our joints, right? To go, all right, you're not 25 anymore, but you can still move. Like that, you can still move. I'm trying to decide. It's not moving. Okay, wobble. So we're gonna start, and I have a thicker pad because, like I said, my knee is a little tweaky and it's bruised, so it doesn't like me to put a lot of pressure on it. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna start off with some elephant walks, right? My hips and my heels are gonna stay over each other, right? And we're just going to press back and through, nice and easy, right? I'm just waking up the back of my legs and into my hips. Again, I'm trying to keep my hips over my heels. And now I'm going to start pushing a little bit more. Trying to get that range of motion. Pulling my abs up. All of this stuff. I'm actually getting a little bit of stretch on my sides of my rib cage. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. I'm going to bend the knees around your back. Hold, take a breath, inhale, exhale, roll on up. Getting things moving again, right? Back in that same position. You can hold on if you want. I tend to, when I first start, keeping my wrists nice and flat. I'm going to take my left leg forward next to the chair, and I'm going to sit and push. Sit and push. Sit and push. Both knees are bending. I'm going split weight, and what I'm working on is my dorsiflexion in the back leg, first of all. I'm waking up my glutes and my inner thigh and my front leg. Definitely stretching that hamstring and calf in that front leg. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Then roll up. Nice. See the other side. Again. One leg forward, one leg back. They're on their own plane. Right? This ankle said, not today, sister. Down and up. And down and up, right? Finding, you can see where I just fixed my foot, so both feet are straight forward. bend, and push back. Bend, and push back. You can get a better view of that dorsiflexion and that ankle. A lot of the times when we can't squat, it's because our ankle mobility is not happening. 4, 3, 2, last one. And again, soften the knees to roll on it and through. So at this point in time, like, the hips should be loosening up a bit, hamstrings and inner thighs, definitely. And now we're getting where we can move. I should have. Let me grab this real quick. I want to make a little platform, you might say, for my heels. Again, my knee is a little tweaky. That's what happens when you move stuff and you bump your knees into things. They get bruised, and then they say, "Oh, we're not happy with you at all." It's amazing. So I'm layering it, right? But I'm making it more of a tier than a layer. How about that? So I have my baby high heels on. They're not super tall. They're just tall enough, right? And I'm going to take my knees and I'm going to float them forward and I'm going to come up. Float them forward and come up. And again, everything's in a straight line. And my back is sliding down the wall. Again, dorsiflexion in the ankles. Getting the ankles where they're more mobile. Being okay with your knees going forward because you have to strengthen everything up. Does that make sense, right? Our knees go forward up more than you know. Anytime you step up or step down, that's the position. And old teaching is don't allow your knee ever to float in front of your heel, ever. That was like taboo back in the day when I was learning. And now, because of that, I think a lot of us have lost a lot of mobility that we can gain back and come up. I just want to do some circles, both ways, just nice and easy, change feet, right? Now, if your ankles crack and pop and stuff, I'm cool with that, right? It's telling me either things are loosening up or we need to loosen up some more, right? It's okay. It is okay. So now I'm going to stack the mat. I'm going to kick this chair back around. And some people don't like my class because I use chairs, right? And I feel like if I can get you into that body position better and you feel secure about it, it's a win situation. A lot of people go to the mobility class and are totally off balance and are afraid to move too much or get into that position, and then they're not getting what they need. If I give you what you need with a little help, it's a win. All right, so this is going to be interesting. I want to put my left foot forward. Right hand is in the chair, left hand is back. I'm going to reach back, I'm going to drop, come up, touch, out, down, up, boom, out, down. This is actually working better than I thought I was going to. We'll see what happens on the other side of it. Touch knee, come up, back, touch knee, come up. One more, back, touch knee, come up. Boom. So remember that good challenge, I just modified it by the way. Those slant lunges. I was worried about my bad knee touching. It might be my bad knee working. It's not my bad knee, it's just not. Okay, here we go. Down. Oh, look at that. I need to quit calling it my bad knee, right? Down, up, back, down, up, back, down, up. My glutes are definitely firing up. My quad is definitely firing up. Down, up. Let's do 3 more. Because I totally lost count. 2. Last one. And stand up. You're like, well, that was a lunge. Yeah, it was. We add a little mobility, and it brings your heart rate up, which I totally appreciate. We're going into a side lunge. I'm going to get rid of stuff. So the Cossack stretch, that side lunge stretch, that you sit your butt to the floor and all that good stuff. Not all of us are going to get our butt that low. I'm just saying, I would happen to be one of them. So how do I start? I sit in the chair, toe out, leg front. This is where we're starting, right? So I keep adjusting because I'm not sure where, right? Keeping everything front, abs are in. I'm going to slide my heel in front of me. So now I have dorsiflexion, I have flexion, and now I'm going to lean forward into it, starting to open up into that hip. Come up, slide down. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. That's better, right? Forward, up, slide, up. Forward, up, slide. Forward, and slide. Nice. And forward, and slide. Let's do 2 more. And slide. 1 more, please. I want to switch sides. I'm just going to change my chair real quick. You have to make the sound effects. I don't know why it works. Right? So again, take the time to make sure I moved over because my sits bone hit the middle part of the chair. It didn't feel good. So if you lean over, like your left sits bone kind of falls off the chair, right? Toe is 12 o'clock. Slide your right foot underneath you slightly so you have that dorsiflexion. So stretch forward, up, slide north. Forward, up, slide. Forward, up, slide. Nice job. And again, you're breathing. So what am I feeling? Definitely feeling hips, and I'm also feeling these core muscles, the right side of my body, when I'm over to the side. So you get a little bit of everything with this one. And each time I go, I'm trying to get just a little bit more into it. Let's do 1 more each way. Nice. Go ahead and stand up for me. So now things are going, oh, I have a little movement, right? You can hula hoop, right? All the way through. Your hamstrings, inner thighs or adductors, hips and low back are tight, like you're going to be walking around like Herman Munster, and things aren't going to feel good. So we have to start getting better, right? All right, so side lunges are kind of the same concept as a Cossack lunge, just a smidge different. I'm going to leave my foot flat and not have my toe up. I am going to use the seat of the chair though. So the bones were here, wide squat. I'm going to turn my toes slightly to the right, and I'm going to sit back and come up. Dorsiflexion, knee floats forward, abs are in. My right foot that you can't see right now, toes are down. I'll change in just a second so you can see. We're doing this again anyway. Come up. Toes to the left. I want to sit my right leg, sit back. So my toes stay down, and I'm pulling my hip away from my foot, and then I feel, oh my goodness, all the hamstring adductor area. And then I get dorsiflexion on that right Go one more. We're gonna switch. Toes to the right. We're gonna sit back on that left leg again. Sit. And sit. And because I have the chair, I feel like I can actually like kick that tush out and feel okay. Go one more. Switch. Sit back in the right leg, toes are to the left. My left inner thigh or adductor, right? Adductor brings the leg into the body. Super tight for some reason. Down and up. Down and up. Let's do 3 more. And I'm really thinking about pulling the hips away from my fixed position. 1 more, please. And come up. Walk off. Oh, walk it off, walk it off. So that's like 15 minutes, right? Go ahead and grab a quick drink. Super important to stay hydrated throughout the whole day. Taking sips of water throughout the day will make your life better. So much better. We tend to go, oh, I'm not thirsty. And we think we're more hungry, and sometimes we're more thirsty, right? We get dehydrated real quick and fast and easy. All right, so things should feel, like I said, a little more lubricated. All right, so here we go again. Getting my double mat. Going to a kneeling position, and again, if this is too much, you can go in the chair and come into that position, okay? Switch back. So I'm gonna kneel down on my right knee. And it's just straightforward. I'm not doing anything winky with it. My left foot goes out. Toe is up. So I can adjust here easily, right? And I can hold on to the chair. I'm going to sit back, leaving my toe up on my left foot. OMG, right? I'm just gonna rock back and forth. Taking my tush away from my fixed position, right? Stretch your way, sit, right? And again, what are you feeling? Oh my gosh, that left leg going, what are you doing? We're stretching, sister, that's what we're doing. Go 1 more. We're gonna switch legs. Loop, loop, there we go. Ready? And sit back. And sit back. Now, if you didn't have shoes on, you'd probably feel the top of your foot stretch. But because I have my shoe on, it kind of blocks it, right? I really like to do some of this stuff barefooted. It just makes you work a little harder. My right foot is flexed. Let's do 1 more. And come up. I'm bringing the chair just so it touches my hips, right? Hands in the chair. I'm gonna lift my chest up and look at the ceiling, dropping my shoulder blades down in my back. And it's not that I'm working hard, not really, but I'm getting a little warm, right? Because I'm getting into some muscle groups a little deeper than normal, and they're like going, ooh, what? Right? We like this. All right. So this is squared up, right? This is my 12 o'clock. This is my 10 o'clock. I want to leave my right leg squared up. 12 o'clock, my right foot's at 6, my left knee and foot are at 10 o'clock. And again, I'm going to keep the chair handy because it makes me feel secure. So we start off by touch the floor, come up. Touch the floor, come up. We're just hitting a different angle, and we're just moving through it, right? Do I need the chair? Not necessarily. Do I feel better that I can sit into that hip more? Absolutely, right? Go one more. We're going to a little step further out. So now I have a little bit of a lunge, right? So I can, if I rock, I definitely feel that right leg stretch. Are you ready? Touch the floor. Lunge forward, touch the floor. A lunge, touch the floor. Do you feel secure enough to hold on to your right shoulder? Great. Do you feel secure enough to two-way stretch? Reach to the ceiling, reach to the floor, doing your lunge. Nice. Pull your abs in, protect your body. Go one more. And come up. We're going to switch sides. Again, it's nice having the chair because I can move around. I feel secure. And again, I have a little heat going on. Let's set it all up again. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'm at 90 degrees right now. By the way, I forgot to say, tuck your chest a little bit, find that hip flexor stretch. I want to keep my left hand in the chair, and I'm just going to touch the floor. Nothing really happens, except for me reaching over to touch the floor. Allowing those muscles to go, oh, this is the action. This is what I need to do to make this work. Do I need a chair? Not necessarily. Do I like the chair? Absolutely. Couple more, just loosening up, right? One more. It's interesting. I can stretch every single day, and the first 10 minutes, I'm like, oh my God, I feel 180. All right, we're going to take that right foot out a little bit so you have a place to rock to. Just rock forward and back. And again, keep your tush tucked, right? Keep it under. And you can feel all this lovely stretches going on. Are you ready? Let's touch the floor. Touch the floor, come up. Touch the floor. And remember at the top of the hour, I was talking about my knee being really kind of tweaky, cranky, right? Did you notice I haven't said much about it? Because what we're doing is not hurting it. What about, can you put your left hand on your left shoulder? Find the stretch. Find the workload, right? Can you reach to the ceiling? Two-way stretch. Two-way stretch. Nice job. Abs are engaged. Excellent. Let's do 3 more. My right elbow guides on my right thigh. 1 more. And come up. Nice. Shake out your legs for just a moment. So, I've done more stretchy mobility class than work mobility class. There's definitely a difference. Today we're using more strength training in our mobility movements, which I like. Sometimes, you know, every day is different. Every day is different. I walk in and I look at the client and tell them, this is what we need today. Right? Because it's just me. This is what I need today. I need strength through my movement and movement through my strength. And if we can make things feel better, well, why not? All right, so inner thighs or adductors, hamstrings, glutes. I'm going to say most of your torso. I wouldn't say shoulders and chest quite yet, but we started working on some of it. Definitely ankle mobility, right? I want to work your feet just a little bit. So going back down to that kneeling position. I'm going to curl my toes under. And I'm just going to sit my hips back. I'm going to feel heavy. Like I have a big stretch on my toes, the ball of my feet. Take a breath. Relax. Now I have it in my arches, my quads. My quads are like, oh my, right? And come up, release. Move your toes in your shoes, right? Just wiggle them. We're gonna do it again. I like to lean forward so I can really get my feet curled under, because again, I have my shoes on so it blocks some of it. So now I have less stretch here, which makes my knees happier. And I can sit on my toes a little better, right? And then you have to relax. Come forward. Nice flat back, abs are in. I'm going to take my hips to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. This is where we're starting. Right, left, come center. I'm going to reach out. And again, I'm holding on to the chair, right? Push it away a little bit. Stretch away from the chair through your right hip, through your left hip, through your right hip, through your left, one more each side, right, and left. Come up, flatten out your feet, sit back. Now I can sit a little lower. My hips are now where I can move. My feet are where I can flatten them out without pain. I'm going to press the chair away and press my armpits to the floor. Stretching into those back muscles for just a minute. Take a breath. Exhale, relax. Hands to the floor. Press yourself up. Oh, kneeling position. Shake your hips out. And again, sometimes when we come up, especially if we come up too soon in this position, we get a little wonky because of our blood pressure. So just be safe when you're doing some of this stuff. I'm going to do a hands and knees position. You can do this in the chair as well by standing up and putting your hands in the chair. I'm going to start in this position so you can see my body position, and then I'm going to angle it. So honestly, toes out, toes under. This is up to you on this one. I'm pressing myself away from the mat. Pulling your navel in. I'm going to take my left arm and I'm going to pull the elbow towards the ceiling. Now my elbow, I should never see it. I'm going to fold in to my right arm, but I don't want to drop. Right arm stays straight. I'm going to rotate. Arm stays straight. Elbow out. Fold in and come open. Roll into the arm and roll out. Pulling your abs up and in. Excellent job. Just a few more. Just a few more. One more. And out. We're going to switch. Arms stay straight, and I'm pressing away from the floor, so I'm not shrinking into the floor. Up and away. Elbow stays out to the side, out to the side, out to the side, and come up. So I don't want my elbow pulling because I just lost my stretch. Roll in, press away. In, and away. Nice job. Pull your abs up and in. Everybody's working, everybody's working. Let's do one more, please. And up. So you should feel core stability, first of all. Your shoulder stability in a working position is huge. If you've ever done any kind of labor intense job where you had to hold something, saw, hammer, screw in, if you're standing up and having to push or pull, you have to have that stability in your shoulder. If you've ever scrubbed the floor, right, you have to have that shoulder stability. If you've ever had a wonky joint and you have to press yourself up, if you let the shoulder go, you're going to injure the shoulder. Pushing up and through, getting where you can lift your body. So you should feel like you can move right now. That's the biggest thing. Your muscles might be a little warm, right? Blood flow. We love blood flow into our muscle groups. If you did this later today, tomorrow will be amazing. You'll sleep better tonight if you do this tonight, right? Your body goes to bed going, hey, I feel good. So I'm going to add a little more strength into our mobility class again because I think it's time. With that being said, have a great day.